Hi everybody, so again this is Kaylee and today I'm at the Asian Boxing Gym with all these beautiful ladies that's going to help us with our Mental Health Awareness Month. Welcome ladies, thank you so much for being here and sorry for the shaky steady hands. It was a tough morning so far. So for this session we had a couple of questions and these beautiful ladies are going to help us answer them. So I'm just going to dive into it. The first question is, why did you ladies start boxing? I know why I started, but story for another day. Yeah, anybody. Even if it was just because you had nothing to do or you had plenty to do and you didn't want to do it.
I started because it's almost like it's not like your normal gyms or that everyone does. It's always like a challenge for yourself to come, and it's a great workout. And like you start to meet everyone else, so you sort of expected to come to the next class. So it keeps you, I don't know what the English word is. Accountable. Yeah.
Afrikaans is net so good because the program is across South Africa, so sometimes I also switch over to Afrikaans if I have no better English word. Yeah, anybody else?
I don't know, Shelly got me into boxing. I never boxed before, and you got me to come here, and I loved it. For me, I think it is the fitness, definitely it's hard to do something new, but it also challenges you. So when I started, I would never think I'd be sparring against Bob and Dean. These big
20 kilograms.
I know, and then you get in there and you can just hit and punch and get your frustrations out and everything. It's really great mentally.
Yeah.
You walk out feeling, yes.
Good.
And then you can go home and put lipstick on again.
Yeah.
Like nothing happened.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, if there's nobody else that wants to say why they started, you. That's great.
I started boxing because I hate exercise. And this is like a fun way of incorporating exercise. And it ended up also being very helpful for my mental health. And I work from home, so to be able to come here every morning and start my day here. I enjoy everybody. I love everybody in the gym and miss them
if you don't come. That's cool.
So it's helped in multiple ways.
Just to
started in a positive way.
Yeah.
To play, like, I mean, we spar, but it's like playful.
It's play,
It's fun.
Yeah.
And then get a workout at the same time.
I like that you said it's for your mental health because, I mean, we're doing this video for that. Because we notice that a lot of young women, they struggle with it. They can't cope with the pressure of studying. And some of them still have 2 jobs. And then they have a boyfriend that they also still want to keep happy. And some of them actually then still want to do job shadowing as well. And they can't keep everything together. So I'm glad that you mentioned that. So my next question, so who has a very stressful job? And who has something that is very much still male dominated? Or are you guys have the best jobs ever and there's no stress? Coach Jenny, that would be you. Coach Jenny, that would be you, yeah.
So I just want to go back to the first question
Yeah.
of why we joined.
Yeah.
So not many people know, I think those that are closest to me actually know why I got into boxing.
Yeah.
And I, like you, had a very traumatic experience in my life, and I think when something traumatic happens to you to a point where you don't quite know where your place is in the world, who you are as a woman, what you're supposed to do, you kind of lose a bit of your identity depending on what trauma you've been through. And I think something kicks in to say, okay, so this can't be how I'm going to exist. And I met a very good friend, and he was like, come and try out boxing. And it's something that I've never done before. I am quite sporty, but it was something that I hadn't done. And he said, just come and try it out. It's good for your mental health. It'll get you out of the house. You'll meet some great people. And I found myself through boxing. So after my traumatic experience, coming to the classes, being with all those people, and like you said, the accountability of rocking up the next day, because you make friends. So when they say to you, like, oh, we'll see you tomorrow morning, you get out of bed after that 2 days and you can't walk. And you're like, but I have to go back. So for me, it was actually, I rebuilt myself in a boxing gym, and it gave me a sense of purpose. It also gave me my confidence back. Sometimes a little bit too much confidence. But it gave me my confidence back, and I found my value as a female in this world again in the boxing gym. And I think it's more, it's the boxing part of it, but I think it's a community that we've built here. I think it's the relationships that you develop inside this gym. I think it's the coaches, the way that they nag you, they message you if you haven't been to the gym, they keep you accountable, they are interested in your personal lives, how you're doing your wellness. And I actually had a lady that came to me that had gone through a very traumatic experience herself. And through working with her, I was able to see what I had gone through, but I was able to see that happen to another person. And it was a long process, but the reward of seeing the trauma of when she first joined to where she is now is so incredible. And if I could bottle that and go,
That's how I ended up here. And like you said, you build a family, you see, okay, I actually can do this. So that's great. And I also didn't think that I would be doing any of these things because I'm not a sporty person at all. So I'm glad to hear why everybody ended up here. So next, what do you guys do? Do you have really nice, cool, calm and collective jobs? Do you have stressful jobs? Does your jobs want to make you cry and run away? Is it heavy testosterone or all female?
My job's not really testosterone, it's heavy. Because from the morning, I deal with a lot of people, so my phone rings non-stop from the morning till the evening. So by the time I get home, I'm like this. I peace and quiet. So it's nice to come here in the morning before you go to work or after work, just to sort of get yourself revved up and
Rest
deal
for
with
the
this
day,
high
yeah.
pace,
Yeah. And do you feel that since you started boxing, you're better equipped than after the morning being here and then you're going into your job? You feel that, okay, I've got this.
It's because of the routine, I think.
Yeah.
So, and then you get better sleep at night because you've actually done something. And then you get up and you're fresh again. So it's a good routine to be in.
Yeah. And then not just in your jobs, in your personal life. So obviously, for me, if I take me, boxing showed me things in my personal life, then I was like, okay, oh. So does this help you cope better with, I don't know if you are moms, girlfriends, if you have kids, do you find that this release, there's a saying that there is something that the muscles do, and it's called hope molecules, and hope molecules help with your mental well-being. So do you find that the hope molecules that you get here helps you in your family life? Does it help you cope with your kids, your family, parents, friends, all of that? Do you find that it helps you?
Definitely, I think it helps a lot. Like when you don't come, you miss it, and you feel like I need to go to boxing. I need that. Although you don't feel sometimes like coming, you leave here like, yeah, I'm so glad I was
Maybe
here.
your aunt singing when you leave.
Exactly. But while you're inside, you're like, I want to die.
Why?
Yeah, why?
But it's also such a sense of accomplishment.
Often.
Get up at 5 in the morning, come here at
Yeah.
5:30, do an
Yeah.
hour workout. It's not easy and I don't always do
Yeah.
it. And when I do it, then I'm like, why don't I do this every
Every day, yeah.
Every time, because
Yeah.
you leave and you feel better and you're just happier.
Yeah.
Get home and you're happier actually.
And that's the key thing when you get home, to be happy and
Yeah.
not drag the world with you into home life.
Because it doesn't affect my kids when I get home, they have to get up and go to school, and if I'm happier,
Yeah.
they're happier.
Exactly.
I also think that it declutters your brain a little bit.
Yeah.
So
A lot,
I'm the kind of person where I have mental lists of everything. So because I've got obviously the boxing gym as a business, and then I work full time as well, both very male-dominated industries. Like I couldn't have picked two more male-dominated industries, one in firefighting and the other one in boxing. I constantly have these lists going on in my brain, like don't forget to do this, do that, don't forget this one needs that.
Yeah.
And then the kids on top of it, even though my kids are big, everyone says when your children get older that it gets easier, the lists just get longer and more expensive.
Oh, thanks, Jen.
So, but I feel like it clears your mind a little bit, and it stops your mind from overthinking, because I feel like my mind is constantly going during the day. From the time I start working, then it's just constantly going all the time until I get here, and then this is the only thing I can focus on, because I can't be on my phone, I can't talk to people, I can't do any work, and it forces me to actually stop. So because I've got two, I can work from sunrise to sunset every single day, Monday to Sunday, and still never catch up and keep up with everything that's happening. So I think this also forces you to stop and think, and the only thing you're thinking about is moving your head, turning your hips, throwing your punch, turning your knuckles,
Breathe.
and not dying. All that what goes on in your head. But I think it gives you that time, that peaceful brain time to actually just not think about work, kids, family.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's what's important.
And then whatever is bothering you, you just picture the bag as that. And then it's like, and the bag doesn't talk back, it doesn't
It
cry,
doesn't.
it doesn't moan, it doesn't ask you anything, it doesn't call you mom, it doesn't call you on the phone. So yeah, I think for me that's one of the benefits as well,
Yeah.
is that peace.
Yeah.
Nobody gets to disturb you for
Yeah.
that 1 hour.
And how do you feel about yourself now versus before you started boxing? Because obviously there's a change. There's a change in how you look, there's a change in how your brain is.
You feel energized,
Yeah.
like you feel ready for the day,
Yeah.
like clear-minded. That's what I feel.
Yeah.
You know.
Because I take it from me, I feel like before I was like, you're always like, because of everything that happened, you're always annoyed. And you're always annoyed. You're always annoyed. And you learn to cope with that because, okay, you're masking it, but then you come here and I'm like, that bag did absolutely nothing to me. I can just hit this thing. It's not going to do anything to me. And it learns you to let go of certain things, but to embrace other things also.
And
And
it also gives you the opportunity, so when you are so annoyed, whether it's PMS, menopause, children,
Yes.
jobs, whatever it is, because everything annoys us. I think the fact that you can say like, okay, so I'm so annoyed right now and I don't know what to do with it, but there is, you know that there's a release.
There's a
So
release,
it's
yeah.
either like, I'm going to go to the afternoon class and I'm going to make that bag pay, or thankfully we have
Yeah.
really big men in this gym that allow us to hit them as hard as possible when we can't do any damage to them.
To them,
and
yeah.
They allow that to happen, and I think for me, hitting a human being was never something that I had done before I joined boxing.